These two terrariums are good at catching and killing gnats. I started this one about a couple months ago using some Mexican butterworts and some live sphagnum moss. And I usually just use plain old peat moss for the media, but I decided to take some playground sand. You wash it first, and I mixed it in with this. And when I set it up, it was a little overly moist, which actually is a good thing because this is not airtight, so over time it will dry out on the inside and I'll have to add more moisture. But the gnats, seeking moisture, will sense the moisture and find a gap where they crawl in, and they either get stuck to the condensation or get eaten by the plant. I set this one up a couple weeks ago, and I have a bunch of sundews in here, and I need to still just put water around the edge just to clean up some extra dirt, as you can see on the back of there. But I also put a couple leaves of the Australian pitcher plant, the genus Cephalotus, and hope they'll grow, just to use this as a propagation chamber as well. But now let me show you some close-ups of how this one has caught some gnats over the past few weeks to a couple months. This one, it's still too early to tell. Okay, so I'm going to turn this. Okay, so from this vantage point, I don't know if you can see a little speck right there on the far side of the leaf. And right on that other leaf you have a speck, and there, and there. And here's a dead gnat right over there. Now, in addition to all of this, with the lid, okay, so with the lid, you can see a dead gnat here and another one here. And there's also one right up at the lid, two further up in the lid. Let me turn it around and raise the height of the camera. Okay, so as you can see, there's a gnat that got stuck up there where there's a lot of condensation. I have this in a room where there's a lot of diffuse light, and these butterworts really seem to enjoy the diffuse light, and I'm hoping they'll bloom shortly. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.